All right, so it is phase 2 of India's Lok Sabha polls, and voting has just begun across 95 different parliamentary constituencies across 12 states and 1 union territory. Now, talking of state-wise division of seats which are up for grabs here, here's how the numbers stack up. 37 seats in Tamil Nadu. Remember, the entire state of Tamil Nadu, except for the Vellore constituency, will of course be voting. The voting for Vellore constituency had been cancelled by the Election Commission. And also, these are live visuals from the southern part of India, from the state of Tamil Nadu, where P. Chidambaram, the former union minister, the former finance minister of India, has just cast his vote. One of the first people to have cast his ballot as soon as voting has opened this morning. Now, the other very crucial state that will be looked at will be the state of Karnataka, where 14 out of the 28 seats will be casting their ballot today. 10 seats in Maharashtra out of the 48 and 8 seats in Uttar Pradesh. This again is going to be an extremely interesting battle to watch out for. Out of the 80 seats, 8 had already cast their votes in the first phase of polling, and today 8 seats will of course be grabs in the second phase of polling. Now, 5 seats are up for grabs in the states of Assam and Bihar and Odisha, and 3 each in the states of Chhattisgarh and West Bengal, and 2 in Jammu and Kashmir, and 1 seat in Manipur, and of course in the Union Territory of Puducherry, which will also be voting today. Then elections in Vellore constituency have been cancelled following allegations of money power to influence voting. Elections in one of the seats in Tripura has in fact been postponed to the 23rd of April due to the issues of law and order. The authorities in Vellore had seized over 10 crore rupees of cash from the premises of an associate of a DMK leader recently. Elections will be held in 35 assembly constituencies in Odisha. Now, the elections in Tamil Nadu will be watched very closely, as this, of course, will be the first Lok Sabha polls that is happening after the demise of the 2 heavyweights, AIADMK Supremo J. Jayalalitha and also the DMK chief Karunanidhi. Both of them have passed away. And this, of course, is the first election in several decades where these 2 stalwarts are not present. Now, the key candidates in the fray in the second phase of polling are, of course, Union Minister Jewel Oram, Sadanand Gowda and Pon Radhakrishnan, former Prime Minister H.D. Devegowda. He, of course, will be contesting today from Karnataka, and Congress leaders Veerappa Moily and Raj Babbar in Uttar Pradesh. The National Conference President Farooq Abdullah, BJP's Hema Malini, who remember has run a pretty interesting campaign this time round. She, of course, is contesting from Mathura. DMK's Dayanidhi Maran, A. Raja and Kanimui are some of the other key candidates who are in the fray. All right, now this of course are some of the key battles that we just saw, and we've got a whole host of our reporters who are tracking the developments that are happening from different cities across India. So let's introduce our reporters from Bengaluru. My colleague Nishita Virendra will of course be bringing us all the updates. From Chennai, my colleague Siddharth MP will be tracking the developments in this very crucial phase of voting, as this, remember, is the phase voting where the entire state of Tamil Nadu is of course casting its ballot. From Srinagar, I have with me my colleague Ishan Wani, who's getting us all the updates, and my colleague Nagain Singh is bringing us the updates from Mathura. But Nishtita, let me begin with you first. Now, this, of course, is the second phase of voting, where 14 out of the 28 seats are up for grabs, and there are several key battles that are playing out. Former Prime Minister H.D. Devegowda, the son of H.D. Kumaraswamy Nikhil, is also contesting from Mandya, and also the very controversial candidate Tejaswi Surya is also contesting from Bengaluru South. Tell us, how crucial are these elections for both the BJP and also for the Congress JDS combined?
Absolutely. 14 constituencies out of the 28 are going into polls today. We're currently standing in the prestigious Bangalore South constituency, where Anant Kumar was the MP, but his demise vacated this seat. You have the young 28-year-old Tejaswi Surya facing off the veteran of Congress, Mr. B.K. Hari Prasad, in this constituency. And as you rightly mentioned, there are several key contests that can be witnessed today. One, of course, is Mandya, which will see the heated battle between Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy's son, Nikhil Kumaraswamy, as well as Ambarish's wife, Sumalata Ambarish. They have exchanged some bitter words on ground while campaigning, and now we have to see as to whether the Congress-JDS combined can beat Sumalata, who has used star power, has also been covertly supported by the BJP as well as what is believed. Now in Bangalore South, you have Nirmala Sitharaman, who is shortly expected to come in here and cast her ballot. It is believed to be one of the more prestigious seats. The electorate here is believed to be more informed, more aware. It has been a BJP bastion since Anant Kumar, and now BJP is hoping that the same can be achieved by Tejasvi Surya as well, but might a task that we will know whether it's successful or not only on the 23rd. Other key battles, of course, as you rightly mentioned, Mr. Veerappa Moily as well as H.D. Devegowda facing probably one of the most toughest election in their entire career. H.D. Devegowda, because he had to forego his seat of Hassan for his grandson Prajwal, and he went on to Tumkur. Now Tumkur has multiple issues. Tumkur is probably he is accused of intentionally denying water to Tumkur when he was the MP of Hassan. He's also facing a strong candidate there, Mr. Basant Raju of the BJP. And then you have M. Veerappa Moily. Last time around, he won with a sliver of a margin of about 10,000 votes in a three-cornered contest, but this time that's not the case. His prime opponent is the BJP.
Absolutely indeed, Nishchita. And also to dwell a little further, now this is a region that is known as the old Mysuru region. It is considered a Congress stronghold. Last time round, out of the 14 seats, 6 had gone to the Congress, 6 to the BJP and 2 for the JDS. But this time round, the JDS and the Congress are in a coalition. How badly is that likely to dent the chances of the BJP in this region?
Now, the old Mysuru region is somewhere where the BJP has not enjoyed as much popularity as it has in the northern parts of the state, primarily because of the strong Vokkaliga caste population, which is the second most influential and also biggest caste in Karnataka. And old Mysuru region is dominated by them. And here, the Congress and the JDS have been arch rivals. So their threat might not be the BJP, but to see as to whether either parties will be able to ensure the transfer of votes, because their cadres have been bitter rivals over the years. Their leaders have said some unsavory words against each other in preceding elections. So to come together now and to ensure a smooth transition between the two parties is something that is a challenge for the coalition.
Absolutely indeed, Nishchita. Do continue to stay on with us, but let's now shift our attention to Chennai, where several key battles are underway. And let's get in my colleague Siddharth, MP, who's been tracking the developments very closely for us from Chennai. Now, good morning to you, Siddharth. This is the big day in the state of Tamil Nadu. This is also the first time that Tamil Nadu is in fact casting its ballot without the two stalwarts of J. Jayalalitha and M. Karunanidhi being present. But you have another dark horse in the form of Kamal Hassan. So give us a sense of what the national elections are looking like in Tamil Nadu without these two key leaders this time round.
Well, obviously the charisma of a Jayalalitha or M. Karunanidhi is missing in this election. But of course it needs to be remembered that there is no election in Tamil Nadu without invoking the names of these senior leaders, because it is in the name of these senior leaders that even this time, you know, the chief ministers or the leaders of the opposition were campaigning, because these are irreplaceable characters in the Tamil Nadu political landscape. And now, just as we are speaking, superstar Rajinikanth has arrived at this constituency, which is, you know, the central Chennai constituency. And we are right now outside this very prestigious polling booth at Stella Maris College, which is just a few minutes away from Rajinikanth's prestigious Poise Garden residence. And earlier, former Chief Minister J. Jayalalitha also used to come here to this very famous booth to cast her vote. So this is the situation here, and very soon, in the next couple of hours, we can expect all the famous actors and candidates to cast their ballots. And given how actors and politics, or rather cinema and politics, are intertwined in Tamil Nadu, we could also say that the cinema stars and the star candidates are leading by example by casting their ballots pretty much in the first 2 hours since the booths are opened.
Absolutely indeed. And also very quickly, what is the impact that Kamal Hassan is likely to have? We were hearing a lot of talk about Rajinikanth also jumping into the fray, but this time around he's not contesting. But Kamal Hassan is one of those guys who is from the film industry and who is of course contesting the elections this time round.
Yes, indeed. In this kind of a scenario, Kamal Hassan is a very important contender, primarily because of the political vacuum that prevails. But it is also crucial to remember that Kamal Hassan himself is not contesting, and he's fielded candidates for the vacant for the Lok Sabha seats that are going for the polls, and also for the assembly by polls. So when Kamal Hassan actually was speaking while naming the candidates, he said that each candidate is a face of mine. Although I might not be contesting, each one of these are faces of mine. So in this kind of a scenario, yes, we will have to wait and watch as to how much of the vote share that Kamal Hassan's fledgling party, barely a year-old Makkal Needi Mayam, will be able to garner. And also the other important factor that we must not ignore is the TTV Dinakaran factor, because in RK Nagar he shocked poll pundits because he was able to actually topple both the AIDMK and DMK candidates, and he came up numero uno in an election that was for the prestigious RK Nagar seat, which was held by former Chief Minister J. Jayalalitha, and the seat fell vacant after her demise. So TTV Dinakaran was not expected to actually come numero uno in that seat, whereas that was the seat where he actually came up first, and both the AIDMK and DMK candidates had to come second, third and fourth.
Absolutely indeed, Siddharth. That of course, these are some of the crucial issues that we'll be looking at. Do continue to stay on with us. But let's now move north to the city of Srinagar, where my colleague Ishan Wani is joining us live from. All right, and just before we go to Ishan Wani, these are live visuals that we are getting from the city of Chennai, where Tamil superstar Rajinikanth is casting his ballot even as we speak. Remember, Rajinikanth was one of these individuals who had created a lot of flutter in the months leading up to the elections. It was being touted that Rajinikanth will float a party of his own. He will take the political plunge, but the talks of Rajinikanth, in fact, making the big jump into politics have been going on for several years now, and it was expected that this time round could in fact be the big year when Rajinikanth will actually jump into active politics, but that has not happened. He's just cast his ballot, and this of course is a crucial election for the state of Tamil Nadu, where 37 of the seats had been won last time round by the AIADMK. Will it again be a clean sweep this time round, or like it happens in the state of Tamil Nadu, where one or the other party manages to completely upset the other? Is that going to be another wave sort of an election that will be looked out for? But let's now shift our attention to the city of Srinagar, where my colleague Ishan Wani has been waiting very patiently for us. Ishan, this of course is the second phase of polling, where two more seats from the state of Jammu and Kashmir are headed for polls. Give us a sense of what the security situation is like, considering the very difficult circumstances in which this election is being held in the state.
Well, there's an absolute tight security arrangements that have been put forth by the administration in the entire Jammu as well as Srinagar, given the fact that last time when the by-polls happened in 2017 and Farooq emerged as a winner, there was violence and 6 people died in that violence. So to avoid any casualty of the civilian, there have been specific instructions given to the paramilitary forces that could lead to any casualties after the polling ends. We have seen most of the violence erupting soon after the polling concludes and the polling teams try to leave the polling stations. Then it will be really crucial at the end of the day that what really happens in the Srinagar city. But apart from the security, there are other concerns, which includes that the voters should be able to come out in a free and fair atmosphere to cast their ballot, because there has been, some sort of a boycott call given by the separatists. So that should not affect the elections. That was also a priority for the Election Commission and also the security forces to maintain. At the same time, the political heavyweight, including the Jitendra Singh in Udhampur, he is contesting today. He's a MOS PMO, so he is contesting. He is going against the Congress's Vikramaditya Singh, who is the son of Karan Singh, the senior Congress leader, and also the grandson of the former king of Jammu and Kashmir.
Right.
So there's a tough competition in Udhampur, where the main development progress, the main issues are development. But in Kashmir Valley, what has dominated the political discourse, and what including the Farooq Abdullah, who is the 4-time Chief Minister, 35A and 370 of the Constitution should be protected, and that is where the political parties, mainly in Srinagar, have been going to people and asking for votes.
Absolutely, indeed. Those of course, will remain very tricky and contentious issues in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. We'll be tracking the developments there. But let's now shift our attention to my colleague Nagain Singh, who's presently in Mathura. Now again, this of course is the second phase of polling, where 8 more seats, in fact, head for polls. Constituencies of Nagina, Amroha, Bulandshahr, Aligarh, Hathras, Mathura, Agra and Fatehpur Sikri. I'll talk about Hema Malini, who's of course contesting from Mathura in just a bit, but this is also the area where we saw a joint rally by Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi, especially in Fatehpur Sikri a couple of days back. How likely do you think is the impact of Rahul and Priyanka, the duo, in fact, contesting in this region?
Good morning, Saleh. Well, called Mathura, and here Hema Malini is fighting the elections, and last time she won with 3 lakh votes, and today we try to contact her, and what her PA informed that she's still sleeping. It means
right.
She's a bit assured that she's going to win again. And if we talk about the politics over here, the vote politics over here is that the Jats are here in huge numbers. So the Mahagathbandhan that we have, they have come up with Kuwan Narendra Singh, and also the Congress party, they have Mahesh Pathak, who is fighting the election from here. And the very interesting part of this place of Mathura is that every year the candidates are supposed to lose the elections. No candidate has been repeated at this constituency in past 20 years. So this time also it will be very interesting, and we would also try to talk to few of the people to know what are the issues that they are voting, because at most of the places, the nearby place Agra, there is issue of water, clean drinking water, but these local issues are missing from the manifesto of many parties, and also the environment, which is one of the concern for places like Agra, which is one of the most polluted cities in Agra. We don't have anything about environment. So let's see what their issues are, because it is the election for the national election, and it is for the Prime Minister. So when we were speaking with few of the people, they have been saying that they have been voting for the Prime Minister, not for the local issues. So let's speak with them and what are their issues. So sir, आप वोट किस इशू पे कर रहे हैं इस बार? सुबह सुबह आए आप?
देश की सुरक्षा के लिए।
और इसके अलावा आपके क्या मुद्दे हैं?
गवर्नमेंट, जो भी गवर्नमेंट आवे अच्छे काम करे, देश हित में काम करे, इसके लिए वोट किया जा रहा है
जी। और सर, आपको क्या लगता है क्या मुद्दे हैं इस बार के इलेक्शन में?
नहीं, इलेक्शन बढ़िया होना चाहिए, इससे कोई मतलब नहीं होना चाहिए, राष्ट्र के हित में काम होना चाहिए। जो भी पीएम आवे, क्या नाम है, राष्ट्र के हित में काम करना चाहिए उसको।
So as we speak with most of the people, the major issue or the major thing for which they are going to vote is the national security at the moment, what we feel here in Mathura.
Absolutely, indeed. And Nagin, you've been traveling through Mathura. You know, we saw several of these pictures of Hema Malini as she was campaigning, which went completely viral on Twitter. But what have the people been saying on the ground? What is their opinion on Hema Malini?
Well, what happened during her campaign has been not really positive for her, because most of her campaigns have brought another issues for her. She was found saying that she forgot all the development issues for which she fought, and what the development that she has brought to this constituency. Also, her husband, and he was there present, and he was influencing, or he was attracting the Jat voters. But here what we feel is that local issues are missing. The participants or the contestants are not really important, but what important is the national security and the national issues. They are not really looking for the local issues at the moment. Even the voters are not looking for it, but they're looking for what can be achieved in New Delhi.
Absolutely, indeed, Nagin. And this, of course, will be a very crucial battle that will, of course, play out in western Uttar Pradesh, where 8 more of the seats are heading for polls today. So we'll, of course, be tracking the developments as they unfold. But for the time being, thank you very much indeed to all the reporters who joined us on this broadcast. To Nishita Virendra from Bangalore, Siddharth MP from Chennai, Ishan Vani from Srinagar, and also to Nagin Singh from Mathura. This, of course, is the second phase of polling that has just begun. 7 o'clock in the morning is when polling started, and the polling will go on till about 6 as they unfold. This, of course, is arguably one of the most important and crucial phases of polling, more so for southern part of India, as all seats in the state of Tamil Nadu are in fact headed for polls, except for the seat of Vellore constituency, and 14 out of the 18 seats in Karnataka are also heading for polls. This of course is an extremely crucial battle. It remains to be seen, because BJP, remember, as part of its strategy, is trying to expand into southern parts of India, and this is where it will be tested. The AIADMK, which had swept through the state of Tamil Nadu completely, will it be able to repeat what it did where it was fighting the elections under the leadership of Jayalalitha, or can the DMK in fact stage an important comeback? That of course remains to be seen. Now let's also take a look at some of the key battles that are playing out. Anant Kumar's wife Tejasvi was expected to be the candidate, but the state unit has not. Tejasvi Surya instead. So Tejaswini Anant Kumar, the wife, has refused to help in the campaign. She's a prominent political person and she also runs an NGO. In her absence, of course, it remains to be seen how well Tejasvi Surya can in fact fare. Now, several BJP legislators have stayed away from the campaign in the state of Karnataka, and this of course could hurt BJP's chances. The party is banking on its core urban vote to see through its face. Now, second on our list in terms of our key battles is Chennai Central. Once again, it was a Maran family seat, but not anymore. The father-son duo of Mursoli Maran and Dayanidhi Maran kept the constituency for nearly about 30 years until 2014. The DMK was hit hard by corruption charges in the telecom scams. Dayanidhi Maran was one of the central faces of the 2G scam. He lost out in a shootout to the AIADMK. This time round, his whole political election, he's locked in a contest with PMK's Sam Paul. There is anti-incumbency. Maran has the DMK core vote. It remains to be seen whether Maran can, of course, make a comeback here. But there's also a twist. Kamal Hassan, his party candidate, could split the vote and ruin Maran's game. Why so? Because she is a Muslim and there is a significant Muslim population in the constituency, although in the entire state of Tamil Nadu, the Muslim population accounts for just about 6%. Plus, she's also the wife of Tamil movie actor Nasser, who is a known face. In her absence, the DMK would have got the entire Muslim vote, and this time around it needs to be seen as to what impact the Makkal Needi Mayam, the party that was floated by Kamal Hassan, in fact makes. Now, the third seat, which is of course very crucial, that we spoke about with our reporters as well, happens to be that of Mathura. Hema Malini of the BJP is of course up against RLD Gathbandhan's candidate Narendra Singh. Though Narendra Singh is from the Thakur Lokdal as their party. The first family of the RLD is from that community. Hema Malini has an uphill task. She must beat the consolidated Jat vote and also what is being described as the Kairana model. She's pulling out all stops. She says this will be her last election. She's run a campaign that went viral on Twitter, but can it create the same buzz on the ground, of course, is what a lot of people will be looking out for. She's brought her actor husband Dharmendra to campaign for her as well. She is the sitting MP from Mathura and has generated a lot of buzz, mostly for the wrong reasons and on Twitter. Narendra Singh, meanwhile, has made it a personal battle. He has posed this question to the voters: make up Wali Hema Malini or me? This one could, of course, be closer than you expect. Last time round, Hema Malini had won from this constituency with a margin of 3 lakh seats. The fourth on the list is Fatehpur Sikri in Uttar Pradesh. It is after delimitation in 2008. First, the BSP won it. In 2014, the BJP got it. This time round, it's a three-way contest. The BJP has denied a ticket to the sitting MP Chaudhry Babulal. They fielded Rajkumar Chahar. He will face BSP's Shri Bhagwan Sharma and the Congress's Raj Babbar. Now, Shri Bhagwan Sharma, alias Guddu Pandit, is already in news. He has threatened to beat Raj Babbar and his supporters with shoes. A video has, of course, gone viral. The Election Commission is looking into the matter, and that's the optics bit for it. Now, the constituency, of course, has many problems. It symbolizes the trouble of potato and sugarcane farmers to a very large extent in the state of Uttar Pradesh. Farm distress and debt-ridden farmers are common themes in western Uttar Pradesh. The BJP, of course, is facing massive anti-incumbency, but on the upside for the BJP, the vote against them will be split between the Congress and the BSP. This, of course, could be a cliffhanger they'll be able to sail through in this contest of 8 seats in western Uttar Pradesh. The last on our list is, of course, the Battle of Toothukudi, or Tuticorin as the Brits called it, and we still continue to call it, although the place goes by the name Toothukudi. Now, formed after delimitation again in 2009, it was the DMK who won it first, and then it was the AIADMK which stormed the constituency. And now this constituency is seeing a completely different showdown of sorts. Kanimozhi, the daughter of the DMK patriarch from the first family of the DMK, is taking on BJP state leader Tamilisai Soundararajan. And it will be very interesting to see as to how this battle will play out. Kanimozhi is, of course, the hot favourite, but her campaign hasn't been a smooth one. The IT department has conducted searches at her residence. So far, they've found nothing. Kanimozhi is not one to be rattled by the raids, though. She's seen bigger cases, 2G case, for instance, but she's been acquitted in that case. Now, this region made headlines. And now it is, of course, a major electoral issue in the state. Agricultural distress, lack of usable water, lack of employment, these are some of the issues which the people are, of course, looking for. And her challenger, Tamilisai Soundararajan, is a feisty politician. She's a doctor by qualification. She's also from a political family as well. And more importantly, like Kanimozhi, she also belongs to the Nadar community, which is the biggest vote bank in the region, and this may get divided. Now, Tuticorin is a high-profile contest. It will be a symbolic battle as well. Two women candidates from different ends of the political spectrum. Watch out for this one, as this, in fact, will be pretty telling in terms of what the mood of the people is in Tamil Nadu. That are coming in from the city of Bengaluru, where our incumbent defence minister has just walked up to the polling station and she'll be casting her ballot even as we speak. And this is, of course, the bus that we are looking at on the television screens. This is from the city of Bengaluru, where Nirmala Sitharaman, there you can see her on your screens. She will, of course, be casting the ballot. She stood in the queue and she is, of course, now entering into the polling station and she'll be casting the ballot shortly. These are live visuals that we are getting from Bengaluru. All right, we'll slip into a short break now, but more news and updates will continue on the other side. Stay tuned.